Hello, I'm Ghast, and good news everybody, the most anticipated update of the year is now finally here because the Chase the Skies drop, or 1.21.90, is now officially available for all Minecraft Bedrock devices. This update is a really notable one because it does have just 9 features compared to the last 2 drops having 42 and 34 features by our counting, but it has perhaps the biggest change Minecraft have made in a while because this is vibrant visuals. You are seeing it right now, the new graphical upgrade to Minecraft is absolutely stunning in so many ways. Look at my shadow in this sun here. Look at the way that the sun is actually going through the letters of Chase the Sky. It's incredible, and it's something which I want to show you with a very fast daylight cycle, because of course shadows will change throughout the day. Look at that little platform there creating a moving cross, but also the whole world will get more beautiful, particularly during dusk and dawn. In addition to dusk and dawn being more beautiful, the end and the nether also have huge visual upgrades because Minecraft have decided to change the entire lighting engine, and this is hugely impactful, but it is just one of the 9 features in this drop. So let's go into the rest of this update, and indeed, why is it called Chase the Skies? Well, we have one big theory, and let's go inside of a giant happy ghast to show you what it is. By the way, I should mention, even though Vibrant Visuals is beautiful, just look at it here, it is something that actually is kind of rough to use in interior environments, so what I would recommend doing, and what we're going to do, is we're actually going to switch back to the old graphics, the one that is still available for Java right now as the only option, and will still be the default on lower end Bedrock devices, including Xbox One, PlayStation 4, and weaker Android iOS phones. Anyway, with that said, let's now show you how much better it looks inside here, and talk about the second feature, because the dried ghast is a brand new mob which you can find in the nether. They call it a mob, but it's actually a block that can turn into one. You can find it in 1 in 3 nether fossils, that's 33.3%, or you can find it by a bartering with a piglin. Give a piglin, on average, 50 gold, and you might just get one of these guys back. And then, even more interestingly, if you take these ingredients, 8 ghast tears and a bone block, 8 ghast tears and a soul sand now, you'll actually be able to get yourself a dried ghast. Isn't that fun? Speaking of fun, the fun thing about this is the fact that you can then take this dried ghast and make the third new feature of this update. So we're going to have to set the tick speed up because this takes about 20 minutes on average. It's semi-random, but still, basically, if we wait our 20 minutes, or indeed less than 20 seconds with a tick speed of 1000, we will get the brand new Ghastling, and this is the cutest mob that Minecraft have added in such a long time. Look at this guy. Isn't he adorable? Look at his face. Look at everything about him. He is great, and honestly, this is the reason why so many people love this update, and it does have to be said that eventually he will grow up into a happy ghast, which is even better in many ways. So this happy ghast really is the star of the update, and it's the reason that it's called Chase the Skies. Or actually, one of the 3 things to do with the skies that you'll learn about, but it is the major feature that many people are going to be enjoying. But even though this is probably the naming reason for this update, or at least one of the big parts of it, don't be expecting to actually chase the skies with it. This is the speed that I can fly around this room with a happy ghast in. As you can see, I can technically get to the other side, but if I am to just jump off him, well, 1, he works much better as a mobile scaffolding platform, but an Elytra plus fireworks will still act much quicker, and so if you want to actually fly, and indeed chase the sky, then that is the best way to do it. So what else is the happy ghast good for? Well, you can harness them, like I've just shown off, and these harnesses will allow up to 4 players to ride the happy ghast together. The harness is notable because unlike the previous saddle, it is craftable, and it comes in 16 different variants, one for every single type of wool that exists. There is no uncolored variant, it is worth mentioning, and then if you want to remove the harness from it, you just need to get your happy ghast nearby and give him a good shear. Not that you'd want to do that though, because he looks great while he's wearing it, but if you want to give him another one, put it in your hands and it will act as an attracting device which you can use to... Come on, let me harness you, buddy. You really want the harness on him, or he should want it on him. As we're going to see right here, here's the harness. Please put it on. I need to show people that you look good with it. Oh yeah, blue harness, isn't that great? So yeah, the Happy Ghast is a new platform that also can be ridden with 4 friends. I can imagine lots of great times are going to be had in people's casual, friendly survival worlds. Speaking of friendly survival worlds, did you know Leeds have had an update that you can take advantage of, particularly in those same worlds? So if I quickly shear off this sniffer, I can actually now tie this sniffer not just to the Happy Ghast, as you probably would expect. Okay, so you gotta remember, by the way, to crouch if you want to tie 2 things together. But we so we can tie him to a fence, we can tie him to other mobs, and we can also tie him to the Happy Ghast. This is really fun because it means we have a fence tied to a pig, tied to a sheep, tied to a cow, and then if we wanted to, we could, shear the sniffer and tie him to the cow too, making this endless chain go on even further. Isn't that delightful? The answer is yes, of course it is. So what else has changed in this update? Saddles! Saddles have gone through... look at the llama here with his version of a saddle. Saddles have gone through a very big change because now you can shear saddles off pigs, which is, I think, a game changer. The number of times I murdered my pigs because I wanted the saddle back, but you can also shear horse armor and saddles off a horse, and indeed carpet off a llama if you think that Zorro the llama is too much. But yeah, now also you'll be able to find saddles not in these structures because you get leather instead, because saddles are craftable with this recipe. 3 leather, 1 iron ingot. To show you a quick craft right here, you can now craft the saddle, which is so much better. This update clearly started as, at least in some form, as a transport update, because transportation has gotten so much easier now, not only to craft the transport, but also to take it off when you're done. I absolutely love it. Now, as it regards to the 8th and 9th feature, the 8th is that crimson and warped roots are no longer flammable, so your nether will not just look hugely different, but also it won't catch fire as much anymore. I guess that's kind of nice. And we've got the Locator Bar, which replaces the XP bar when 2+ players are in a world. When gaining XP, the XP bar will show up for 5 seconds, so the XP bar is still there. It's been replaced, but actually, what will happen is you can toggle this off in the world options, and players who sneak or wear a mob head, carved pumpkin, or have invisibility are hidden from the Locator Bar. Right now, I'm playing Minecraft by myself, and so this has no impact on me, but in multiplayer worlds, this will be turned on by default, and if you want to turn it off, I'm guessing it'd be game rule, Locator Bar, false. We can turn off the Locator Bar, but most Minecraft players, we're talking 99.9%, are going to appreciate it, or at least have it turned on whether they appreciate it or not. Those are the 9 major features in this update, and you'll notice that, yes, 3 of those features are, really we could argue 4 of those features are Ghast, 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 Harness for the Ghast. And, yeah, ultimately, this is one of the things to note about this update. It is the Happy Ghast update with some new visuals that you can choose to turn on, but there are still other changes that you will appreciate, especially if, like me, you like when things are great. So, yeah, personally, one of the biggest changes that they have made has to be the beacons. They're now visible up to 2,048 blocks. To show you this, by the way, I've got fireworks. So I'm going to use my Elytra, because you're not going to get in the sky this quickly without one. I'm going to use my Elytra and I'm going to go up into the sky. And unlike before, where you could only see the beacon beam from 64 blocks above, I can now see the beacon beam from 2,000. Do you believe me that it's more than 600? This is absolutely wild. You can get to the point where the rest of your world isn't visible, but you'll still be able to, amazingly enough, you'll still be able to see your beacon. But even better, in my opinion, the game changer is the fact that you can now see beacons wherever they are in your world. From the edge of your render distance, for example, you can now see beacons. It used to be 4 chunks away. That's 64 blocks, which meant that I wouldn't be able to see a beacon that was over here, because it'd be more than 64 blocks away from me. But now if I want to, I can really prove this to its absolute limit. I could go 96 chunks away from something, and as long as your Minecraft can render the chunks they're in, you'll be able to see the beacon beams. Game changer for Bedrock players. I am in love with... This is a change. And you know what else I'm in love with? The beautiful visuals that this Ghast is puking out, apparently. But you know what else I'm in love with? The fact that they've added a brand new music disc. So to show you this, this is a jukebox, and this is a brand new Tears disc. It's found by going to the Nether, like we can pretend to do right now, and then killing a Ghast by shooting the fireball back to it. I actually believe that this is just here as a nice little bonus to encourage people to get those Ghast tears. Ah, you see, tears. Oh wait, why is it not playing? It's to encourage people to get those Ghast tears, and if you haven't listened to this yet, I'm obviously not going to show you the full song now, but it is a interesting one. I like it a lot. I think it's pretty decent. However, I would have to say it's not the best. I still prefer Creator, and even Relic over this. There are also 5 new tracks, also by Amos Roddy. You might notice all music discs in Minecraft display who created it. If you go over here, this is Amos Roddy. It's a really tiny font for some reason. But yeah, Amos Roddy created also 5 other tracks, and I think some of these are pretty decent. Again, we have done a full music dive into it, but the simplest way to say is that Minecraft is getting better, not just to your visuals, which we can definitely appreciate right now. By the way, you can't actually turn vibrant visuals on once you're in-game. Even if you allow this in-game graphic switching, Minecraft will not allow you. So if we want to show you that the visuals are better, then I have to go all the way back out to the menu, enable it, and then come back in, and oh yeah, beautiful visuals plus beautiful audio. What's not to love? Anyway, so what else is here to love? Well, realm owners can now choose to require players to opt into the timeline in order to play on their realm. The timeline is the feature that allows you to see when people have been active on your world. It's really cool if you've got a big world of your friends, because again, that seems to be the key focus of this update, even in the tiny ways too. Also, chat message background opacity can now be changed. This is a cool one in my opinion. By the way, look at this. Because we're almost at exactly midday, the sign has this tiny shadow underneath it. I love that. I think this is one of those tiny things about vibrant visuals, but I've never seen a sign have a shadow, and I like that it does. It probably shouldn't have a shadow because it's surrounded on both sides by lanterns, but again, right now, only the sun gives you the sort of shadows like this that you'd expect. Also, we've got clouds have a new texture, and if you are playing Java, there is a fun Easter egg of a creeper face. If you're playing on Bedrock though, you can still appreciate this new texture. I turned off clouds in this world, but if we go into video, and then we go down to render clouds, we can actually have our clouds turned back on, and yeah, this will be immediately noticeable to most players. Speaking of things that are immediately noticeable to most players, this is the end of the video so far, which means it's time for us to go and chase the skies. I do think there is a very serious question about this update, which is, is this going to be the best one ever because it's not quantity of features that matter, it's quality? Or is this going to be one that leaves many people feeling like, oh, is that actually everything? I actually am incredibly curious to see, because from my perspective, Vibrant Visuals is one of the coolest changes Minecraft has had in a while, and they totally could have sold this. The original plan for the Super Duper Graphics Pack was to sell this to people, for people to be able to buy it, and so to have it be in there, in the game, for free, is absolutely incredible to me. But on the other hand, it means we have now a drop that's come out that isn't necessarily the best thing in the world. Okay, so 4x4, even though technically our Ghast should fit, she's just not quite going to. So we're going to make this area just a little bit wider, and now we can fly our Ghast out of here. Because now that I've shown you every feature inside of this brand new game drop, inside of the 1.21, oh, if only I knew the last digits, 90. Do you see the speed that the Ghast shows it now? But anyway, now that I've shown you all of the features, it's time for me to go and to chase the skies. But I hope that you've all enjoyed this video. If you enjoy clouds and stuff happening with them, you might enjoy checking out my survival challenge, where I survived 100 days without ever going below the cloud height. That's Y200. Absolutely wild. And you might also enjoy, I don't know, having a nice bath and playing Minecraft on your Switch 2 in there. But for now, I hope you've all enjoyed this video, because I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.